Well, hello there, everybody, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 9. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, my nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 9, I would probably rate this episode. Ugh. Let me talk my way through it and then I'll come back to it. So, y'all, it was a lot going on this episode. There's a lot going on and a lot to dissect. I am going to try my best to remain calm, cool, and collected. Okay. As we go through these couples. Okay. And don't forget that you can feel free to rate down in the comment section using the 5-star scale. Okay, 1 star being horrible and 5 stars being great. So I'm going to bring these couples up so that we can get into it as we get into it. So, who is the first couple that I want to talk about? Where are they? Juan and Karla. So it is pretty evident that Juan does not like Karla. I don't know if she's not ambitious enough. I don't, we only get what they give us. We don't get what they don't give us. But I have a feeling that Juan doesn't think that she's ambitious enough. Plus, I believe that Juan, somewhat like his comrade, Icky Icky Ya Ya Yay, has come on the show to promote his business. Now, I did not think that at first, but I'm really starting to think that Juan came on to promote his business, to talk about that he was starting up this, this startup company. And I don't believe that his intention is really to be married to anybody. I see y'all stars. Let me get them. Doc gave it a 3-star. Dom a 3. Janella gave it a 3. Let's see. Connie Poodle Mom. Where you at, boo? I just saw you. There you go. She gave it a 4-star. Sugar 48 gave it a 3-star. Um uh, I'm assuming you don't have it so much. I'm gonna highlight you, boo. Hey. She gave it a 3-star. Okay. Girl, what's the tea? Gave it a 3-star. Sheila gave it a 3-star. Okay. All right, we're gonna see whether or not I'm there or not. I'm gonna go through it. Hey, Cynthia. Cynthia gave it a 4-star. Okay, so it appears that some of y'all really like this particular show. Okay. Kanae gave it a 4-star. Oh, y'all like this. Okay. All right, well, we're gonna get into it then. Okay. I think that he is trying to sell his business, or at least let people know that the business is there, hoping that people hit him up in his Instagram DMs or wherever he presents himself right. I think that he absolutely is doing that. So he doesn't really like her. He gets up in the morning and he says he's going to take his little bike ride. And one of the things that we learned about him during the honeymoon is that he's busy. He's got a lot of work to do, bitch. He's got a 9 to 5 and then he's got a 9 to 5. And so, he comes back and Carla's in the kitchen just waking up, right? And having, her little me time in the morning. And I noticed immediately he shaded her. Immediately. He shaded her and basically was alluding to the fact that she was lazy. She was just getting up. It's 1 o'clock. All she does is get up. I don't know why they are painting Karla in a bad light this season, y'all. I don't know what this is about. But for some reason, this is what I'm seeing from not only him, but from the producers. I even noticed, like last week when they were, doing what they was doing, and she was saging the house and stuff like that, and he was cleaning the toilet, and then he had mentioned that, he's been doing different things, and it to me, it's like he's trying to shade her, and they're trying to make her come off as this dimwit woman, right? Like, she don't have anything to really contribute to the relationship. And I'm just not, y'all, I'm just not feeling it. I feel like there's more to this story than what we are seeing between the two of them. So they sit down with Dr. Pina, whatever her name is, right? But before then, she sits down with him and she has a conversation with him about her family. And I think that, she is trying to open herself up to him. But y'all notice he doesn't open himself up to her. So, she's sitting there and, she's saying, I grew up in a family where we didn't really know how to communicate with each other. We didn't, have words of affirmation and stuff like that, and so it was kind of rough, which is why Karla is looking for words of affirmation. As we all remember last week, her girlfriend said she needs to be complimented. And that was one of the things that, I had discussed last week about her love language. Her love language is words of affirmation. And that's because she did not agree. She wasn't raised with it. So I think that Karla is, really trying to reach out to him. And so, when they sit down with the doctor, or the therapist or whatever she is, okay, Dr. Pine or Peanut, whatever her name is, child. When they sit down with her, basically he tells her that there's no chemistry between the two of them. Like no chemistry between the two of them. He's not feeling the feels for her at all. And so, she was like, well, if you don't have that, we don't have anything. And so, she kind of was talking and he cut her off and she said, wait a minute, I'm still talking. And I noticed that the expert, was a little irritated with Carla, but I wasn't. I wasn't irritated with her because she, he had made a statement and she was saying something and he cut her the fuck off. So what was she supposed to do? Lay back and chill? I don't know why they're trying to, paint her in this bad light. I don't understand what this is. But I think that, the men that we have seen this season, with the exception, I think, of Allen, are just the worst. Some of the worst group of men um that we have seen so far. What you saying, honey? I agree, Auntie. It seems they are trying to paint Juan as this put together man, and he's not. Absolutely, he doesn't even have any time for her. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Thank you for saying that. Because sometimes I be thinking I'm crazy when I be making my assessments about these couples and stuff like that. I mean, y'all know I'm gonna talk my talk, right? But sometimes I just be feeling like, God, am I so damn off about this? So thank you. I needed to hear that somebody else see that shit, okay? The next couple that I want to talk about is Madison and Allen. Now, they really going through some stuff. She's a horrible girlfriend. She is one of those girls that just want to be at the club shaking her ass and drinking. This is just my opinion about her. She want to go and work out, make sure her body tight. She liked the flirtation and all of that, the newness of a relationship, but she doesn't want to commit a relationship with no damn body. So she gets back, and Alan is laying in the bed, and she was like, "If you was asleep, I was gonna throw a pillow at you." And I'm thinking, "Bitch, you could throw a pillow if you want to." We fuck around and find out. So Alan was like, "No, I'm not asleep." So she was like, "Hey, look, I'm a little pissed off because you didn't come and you knew that I had organized, right? We all know she organized the little flag football." And he was like, "I mean, I did it, basically, being ornery and on some get back time." And so she was like, "I mean, like, what the hell is this?" And so he was like, I'm at the club with you. First of all, you gave me a birthday party. And then all of a sudden, we all going out to a club. Allen is a little twisted, and so he agrees to it, right? Because you don't want to be the party pooper and say you don't want to go to the club. But bitch, we didn't already had the party. I don't need to go out to a club no damn well, right? So they go out to a club and everything, and while they in the club, she disappears. I wonder who was in the bathroom, but anyway, bitch, she disappears. So he asked her friends and everybody, like, where the fuck is she? And they was like, we think she left. She said, I went to the bathroom. How many of y'all, by a show of hands, downtown in the comment section? Wait a minute, no, I'm going to do a poll. Hell no, I'm going to do a poll. Because I was like, this right here making me feel stupid. Hold on, let me see if I can get in here and do a poll. Hold the hell on. Me ask y'all. So the question in the poll is, do you believe Madison actually went to the bathroom only? Let me know downtown. Go ahead on and hit that poll. Hit that poll. Hit that poll. Okay? I want to see what y'all think. So far, we got 21 votes, and 82% of y'all said, 85% of y'all right now said no. Where we at in the poll? 38 votes. Do you believe Madison actually went to the bathroom only? 88% of y'all out of 41 votes said hell no. 12% of y'all said yes. Y'all giving her the benefit of the doubt. You're doing better than me because, bitch, I ain't got it to do. If we could get 6 more votes, at least get to 50 votes, we will close the poll. The poll question is, do you believe Madison actually went to the bathroom only? We have 45 votes. 87% of y'all said no. Wow, 13% of y'all said yes. Come on, y'all, let me know. Let me know. We can get 4 more votes. We'll close the poll. There we go. We up to 47 votes. 49, 50 votes. There we go. We got it. So I'm going to end the poll at 50 votes. Do you believe Madison actually went to the bathroom only? 88% of y'all out of 51 votes said no, while 11% of y'all said yes. Thank you all so much for participating in the poll. I really do appreciate when we are all together and we are participating, y'all. I love that. Y'all know I do. Okay. So she says that she went to the bathroom, and so, basically she was, trying to get on him. Like, why you ain't come look for me? And he was like, we both got phones. You got a phone, I got a phone, we got a phone. Either way, we could have called each other. If you gave a damn about me leaving, you could have called me and I could have called you. But I was on Get Back. And Henri, he said, because I feel like it's the damn Madison show. When you're around your friends, you don't have it to do with me. Matter of fact, she don't have it to do with him when she in private by herself unless she eating his fucking food. She don't have it to do with him either. Period. She don't. It just is what it is. And he's like feeling that. He's already told her last week, I want quality time with you. Now, he did not know that she was planning a birthday party. But after they planned a birthday party, what she should have did was spend time with him. But no, She wants to be out there, hot girl summer in the streets. And this is not what Allen is looking for from her. He's not. He's looking for quiet time, intimate. Let's Netflix and let's chill. And this is not where she is. So the both of them go and talk to the special, to the therapist. Wait a minute, hold on. And so, they bring this situation up. And she said that, she told him when she was in the room with him, and she said it in front of the therapist, that she's had this done in the back. She said, so, when she was talking to Alan in the bedroom, she was like, Alan, I feel like, you want some get back, and I don't want to do that because I've already been through this before in other relationships. And, it's like, tit for tat. You did this, so I'm going to do this. These earrings are driving me crazy. You did this, so I'm going to do that. And so, he was like, yeah, okay. And she was like, I've been through that before. But when she sat down with the therapist, she said the same exact thing, that she had been through this before. And so she asked her, she said she had this issue with other boyfriends, feeling like that she was prioritizing everything above him. Hold on for a second, y'all. She was prioritizing everything over him. Relationships, family, knick-knack, pattern, give a bitch a bone. And so she asked her, is this something that's the pattern? So she decides to tell the two of them, that they need to play this game, right? It was a game of Twister where they was asking different questions. Let me tell you something. These therapists, they're not really reading. What I notice is that they said that, we get all the information, right? We get the information, we know what the hell is going on. But evidently, they're not taking good notes. Because when they sit down with them, they brush over so much stuff that really needs to be talked about in the relationship. And they need to be getting in some of these Dr. Pia. Thank you, boo. I'm glad you put that in there because I'd be calling her Dr. Pie and I'll be putting an N in her name. But it's a whole lot of stuff that they skip over because when they was playing the little twister thing, there was no connection between the two of them. These questions that they were asking is for a couple that's sexually active. This is for a couple that, they got it going on and stuff like that, right? What do you like, baby? What's your favorite position? Stuff like that. The two of them, there is no connection between the two of them. And, when she was on the after show, they was telling her, this man thinks that you're the prettiest woman that he's ever dated. Like he think, you are just hot and sexy. And so, he's trying to do everything to please her. And I really do believe, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Let me go ahead on and say this, okay, real quick, and act like y'all ain't hear me. But I really do believe that Alan is gonna make a connection with EmEm. I know that we waiting to see a connection between Madison and David, but I really believe that he's gonna have a connection with EmEm. There's going to be something going on between the two of them, y'all. She said that she wants more compliments. Bitch, he compliments you all the time. How many more compliments can he give your ass? You know what? I ain't got it to do. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you heard it here first. I really do believe that Alan and EmEm gonna have a situation the fuck going on. I'm so sick of David and Michelle. I don't know what to do. Cause David is phony-ish to me. I'm sorry. He phony-ish to me. He playing the game. The producers told him, it's a penalty for early departure. And he is playing the fucking game. He doesn't like, and this is my opinion, he doesn't like Michelle no more than Michelle like his ass. Point blank to the period. David does not like Michelle. You know why? Because every time he around somebody, the information that he got the night before don't stick with him. If a man like you, he gonna write it down. He gonna take a hard note. He ain't got to ask your friend every time you turn around. Now tell me more about Michelle. Now what can I do with Michelle? Now what? Motherfucker, take a note. Write it down, bitch. David don't like Michelle either because the rejection of it. When he was sitting on the after show, he was trying to act like he was so fucking frustrated and he's such the victim. David ain't no goddamn victim. Sorry, I had to kick my shoes off and it got hot up here. Hold on. Let me make some moves. Because when I move, you move just like that. What is happening is that right questions are not being asked by Michelle because Michelle's so turned off with the apartment. She turned off with the cursing. She turned off with the cigarette, and she was came from poor, humble beginnings, and she won a rich man with some fucking money. She don't see David ever being able to provide the lifestyle, okay? Because she keeps saying, our hi, what's the word she keeps saying? God dang it, I can't think of the word that she keeps saying. Our lifestyles. I don't know whether or not we have the same thing. Bitch, you don't, because David's a working class man. He's just an IT specialist at night on the help desk. And he's not going to provide the lifestyle that she wants. Especially when she heard he lived in his. Soon as she heard that at the wedding, she was in the bathroom crying with her girlfriends. The bitch had a whole panic attack. Because while they running the bean footage, they're not really running all the bean footage about what she asked for on them goddamn questionnaires. Let's just keep it a buck. Roll all the bean footage. If Dr. P are gonna run it all. Because Michelle did not. She damn near fainted. Her spirit left her body, bitch, when they even introduced the fact or the possibility of her being with a mother that lived at home. They talked her into the shit. And I ain't on Michelle's side, but I'm going to call a thing, y'all. Y'all got to excuse me. This look, this shirt. Michelle and David went and got their eyebrows done downtown at her girlfriend's shop. She's sitting there with the girlfriend. The girlfriend is excited to see her. She's already married. And she's sitting in there with them and everything, right? And so the two of them, you know, going to meet the girlfriend. Cheryl gets in the chair first, and David asks the same dumbass question. Bitch. Just have a natural conversation. You don't have to ask every time you see one of my friends. I want to sing that song. Don't ask my neighbor. Never ask my friends. Just have a conversation with my girlfriend. So tell me about Michelle. What can I do to, get Michelle to like me? Tell me. So the girl said to me, bitch. The girlfriend, she is, bitch, I got a lot. I can't even get it out. The girlfriend says she's always positive. Bitch, even Michelle had to laugh. Even Michelle had to laugh. She said, positive. Bitch, ain't been nothing positive about my ass. Nothing. She said, well, I mean, with me, like she positive. Even Michelle knows she's not positive. She said, we have up and down. One day we on, one day off, and so her girlfriend was like, same thing with me, same thing with me and my husband. There ain't no. But she don't know that the ups are far and few, and far and few, bitch. She don't realize that your girlfriend ain't. So she. I'm on the wrong one. She said Michelle is always positive. So Michelle meets his friends down at the bowling alley. And so, the friends and then, they're all talking and stuff like that. Now, mind you, y'all, when she was at the, the little housewarming party or whatever, when the friends came over, she made sure she let them damn friends know they wasn't sleeping together. She said, this is his room, this mine, bitch. Okay. So she basically tells the friends, there's some things about him that turns me off. The cursing and stuff like that. She said, her mother was like, I was talking to him and he was cussing. And she was like, I wonder whether or not he would go around the CEOs and be cussing. So David, like, what? David got offended by it. But David, that, you know, it's a fine line, right? If you're just having a general conversation and you cursing, right? Just get just a general sit down conversation and you cursing like that, you have a cursing problem. Um, if this conversation is getting nitty gritty and stuff like that, right? And y'all really, rolling with the punches, you got to, some humor in it and stuff, and you curse, it's okay. But if you sitting down with the girl's mother, making a first impression, and you cussing around the mother, bitch, there's something wrong with that. Like seriously. You haven't had interactions with the mother. You ain't been to the mother's house. The mother hasn't been to your apartment, at least that we know of. Her family doesn't live near them. They would have to take a flight. Good look, y'all. That is a problem. So the friend was like, stuff like that, he can change and stuff like that. But Michelle's not into him changing. Michelle is going through the motion just like David is. They trying to make it to the end, bitch. And in the meantime, in the between time, he goes and works out with Madison. David sat on the after party, honey, and I'm talking about when I say play victim, like I'm just trying and my family and whoopty whoopty whoop. I said, David, stop with the violence. And I see why she feels like, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? Because that's the only way I know how. And I'm gonna really talk from what I'm seeing, right? And what kind of men I like. One of the things that she wants to do is change him out them t-shirts and them shorts. Michelle said that when she was talking to Dr. PM, because she called a private meeting with Dr. PM, she said that she was living in that old home in her hometown. She did not like the hometown that she was living in. I'm sure that it appeared that her family was a little impoverished, right, y'all? And so Michelle decided that, what, I got to get out of this town. So she picked up her stuff and she moved to Chicago. So everything that Michelle has, right? Michelle feels like she worked hard for that shit. And that's a whole different feeling than growing up middle class, growing up upper middle class, or growing up in a great neighborhood or whatever. So Michelle feels like it was hard work and I don't want to go back. She said, and she feels like dating or staying married to David is taking a step back into that life that she has ran away from, those hurts, those traumas that she has not taken care of in her life. She still has trauma from being a child, right? And growing up. Because Dr. Pia was like, you looking at the superficial things. She said, those are the things I want. And whether or not, we agree with it or not, there are a lot of people who want the superficial. I'm sure that everybody has a friend who wants superficial shit. They think that their worth and their value is based on the car that they drive, the designer clothes that they have on their back, the restaurants that they eat in, the men that they date, the vacations that they broke as hell and in debt up their ass for. These are people that I'm sure all of us know. All of us know somebody that is into the shit. And I ain't even gonna say somebody, some people who are just like this. But the thing about it is, she got with a rich man. It would not make her happy because, like Dr. Pierce said, David, being a man of meager substance, or I don't know what David make. I mean, I know what he wear on his back, and I wouldn't be impressed with this either. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck 100. I'm not gonna sit out here and lie to y'all and act like David would be somebody I would want to date. David is absolutely not somebody I would want to date. I think I made that clear in a video before. If I didn't, David would never be somebody that Auntie would want to date. Because I don't want a man that's living in his basement. And I'm like Michelle, I don't want to go backwards. However, I go out there and I hustle and get my own. I'm not sitting up there waiting on David to do nothing, but he gonna have to match me. And he sat there at the bowling alley and said the stuff that she wore, and I could get that, in a minute. Then why don't you have it, motherfucker? Stop sitting up here acting. Bitch, I can't. I ain't got it to do. And I know my opinions are unpopular, but they're my opinions. Y'all put y'all down in the chat. That's why I'm making sure I'm not looking at the chat. David is full of shit. And he's not somebody I would date. He would not be in my dating pools. And if one of my friends introduced me to him, I would drop that friend because God daggone well, that's not somebody I would be interested in. No way, no how, no where, no day. Never, bitch. Never. And I don't know how I will come across. I would not probably treat him like Michelle, but he would have knew from day A. From the beginning, I don't like you. It's like we're not compatible. And I would risk walking away from this and getting fined to $50,000. Fuck what you heard. I'm going to be straight up with y'all and I'm going to be real. I don't know if I would not be a Michelle, y'all. I swear. The more I sit and I watch her and I understand where she came from, I see why it grosses her out because her life as a child grossed her out. Not being able to have, she was in the have-nots. Her family was in the have-nots, and she came up to Chicago probably with this on her back, and she had to smooch with different people and stuff like that. And Dr. Pia asked her a very good question. She said, "What if those people was like you, a little small town girl? We ain't helping your ass." Now that gave her some insight, but it still doesn't change the fact that she's looking for more. When asked a question about stability, she felt like for me to have stability is about money. Dr. Pia was like, what? For you to feel stable, feel supported, it's about money? That's where she at. Dr. P made a good point because she was like, stability is more about, and him giving you the things that you need as a wife, being supportive is about him being able to pray with you, being able to comfort you, providing a safe environment for you to be who you are. She said, let me tell you something, the money ain't going to do it. And that's true, because you can have a rich man, a wealthy man who provides everything you think you need, but you barely got time for him. I mean, or time with him, because he's out there in the fucking street. Probably got a couple of other women. She's not going to be happy, but she doesn't know that because she came from such meager beginnings, y'all. And I'm starting to really see her. It does not excuse the nastiness that she has, right? That's inexcusable. But what I really want them to do is have a conversation about these fucking finances. David, how much do you make and how much do you have saved? Like, what are we working with? What kind of life? You say, David, that you can buy it, you can get a house. What is your credit score? Like, questions like that need to be, bitch. Questions like that need to be asked and answered. Michelle says she don't see him ever being able to help her. But Michelle understands that at any moment, I can lose everything I got. I worked hard for this. And I know what it means to work hard for the things that you have. It's a jungle out here. Fuck what you heard. They need to have the financial talk, and I'm not understanding why Dr. P and nobody is having those talks with them about their fucking finances. Let me hurry up, y'all, because I stay on stuff too long. Okay. I just don't. David's phony. David's friend asks her, is her expectation too high? Y'all, this is going to be a long video because I'm going to take my time with this. Why should I have to lower my expectation? Why? Why? Why women, excuse me, men, why do women always got to lower their standards and their expectations? Why men can't raise up to it? I told this motherfucker that I don't like the way he dressed, and he's still dressing that way. So in the small things that I've asked him to do, he can't do it. And I'm talking for me, not for Michelle, bitch. Why do I have to lower what I expect? Am I putting the bar too high, or did the experts fail me? Are the experts playing games? Why would they give me somebody? Because they have an extensive questionnaire and everything else. They go through extensive interviews. Why would the experts, knowing this, I'm sure this girl wrote this down. Why would they play on my top and give me a motherfucker that's living in the basement? Why do we have to be the ones that take the man any kind of fucking way? Why do we have to lower our expectations? Our expectations and our standard for what we want in our life is too fucking high and not obtainable. Use a lie. The devil is a lie. Now, Michelle doesn't know and doesn't realize how she's coming off. She's coming off like a bitch. She's coming off nasty, intolerant, disrespectful. But if they have really planned this out and really thought this through and not playing on people's tops, they should have put Michelle with David and Allen with Michelle. Because Michelle would have been impressed by his Jaguar. She would have been impressed by his apartment and all the upgrades he did in it. She would have been impressed that he want time to be at home with her. They had the same hours. David works at night, she worked during the day. They 2 shifts passing in the night. If they had really, in my opinion, done their fucking homework, they would have put David with damn hot butt ass Madison, somebody that he can leave work at 10 o'clock at night and meet her at the bar. Because he work at night. They get up in the morning and they work out together. They got more in common. They fucked up, in my opinion. So guess what? It seemed like the motherfuckers gonna put their own damn self together. And I'm here for it. Michelle is very nasty. She's coming off very nasty. But I sat there the other day and I thought about this. I said, how would you come off, Auntie? You already misunderstood on YouTube. You misunderstood on YouTube. How would you come off in real life under these kind of conditions and you going up in somebody? Because y'all, they would have had to bleep me and told me we got to re-record this. Because David think that he can cuss, I can cuss too. And in my regular day life, I don't have a problem. I'm not cussing, in my regular life. Sometimes. But in my profession, no. Mm-mm. I know how to be around CEOs. I know how to be around top executives. They match these people up wrong. Don't give me a David and expect me to act like bitch Mary had a little lamb. Because everywhere that David go, I ain't going. Because I don't fuck with him. I don't like him. He lives in his mother's basement. And I've been out here every day. I'm hustling. And I don't want a David. But I wonder how I would come off. People probably would hate me. Just because I can relate in a way of her thinking. Would I cuss him the fuck out? If I had went down to David's, okay, I'm gonna move on. But if I had went down to David's apartment, I'd have turned that show out. I'm trying to tell you, I would have turned that show out, bitch. The next couple I want to talk about is Thomas and Camille. Camille Connie is walking around calling her Thomas her hubby now. Because she said he may not be, wait a minute, let me bring her up on the screen. She said he may not be black enough, but his D was. Camille said, oh, Thomas is black after all. It's a big world. It's a big world after all. It's a big world after all. It's a big, big world. She said, Thomas is black. Honey, let me tell you something. Thomas laid that D down so good, honey. She was out there buying jewelry. She's out there spilling them coins, baby. These earrings on me. Go ahead on and flex, baby. Put that little chain on. Put that chain on, baby. I want to see if you... Baby, I want to see if you as black as 50 Cent. Put that on, honey. I know we ain't got 50 Cent money, but let me see if I can halfway squint my eyes and you as dark as 50 Cent, because I like them dark. But honey, when Thomas came home, okay, so let me tell y'all, for y'all that didn't see it, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, honey, this was good. Okay, this was good. So Camille and Thomas, they going through the rigmarole and all of that. They came back from the little flag football thing, and he's feeling really torn up and all of that, and spraying his hamstrings and all that. She said, "Oh, which one? The left one or the right one?" Lay down, leg up. Let me stretch you, baby. Okay, now which one is going on? What's going on with the quads? Okay, baby. Lay on your stomach. Mm-hmm. All right, let me pull. Mm-hmm. Pull. Okay. Let me push. I'm push. I'm push. She said, "Yeah, I saw you out there on that field, baby boo." Baby boo, and I'm telling you, you almost sacrificed my motherfucking life to make sure that you got that touchdown. And bitch, I was impressed. I was impressed. If I must say so myself. Sound like the sounds of blackness up in here. Keep looking high and never look down. Okay. Next thing you know, honey, Thomas said, turn off the lights and light a candle. Tonight we're in a romantic mood. Thomas had them little rose petals. He said he ain't gonna never forget them rose petals on that vacation, bitch. He said them they going with him wherever they go. Thomas took them rose petals, honey, and got the sprinkling. A little sprinkle. Do a dollar. Do a dollar, babe. He was dolloping and sprinkling, and I'm singing in the rain. He got that daggone massage table, had all the oils, the candlelight. Thomas said, I'm about to put her on her, because she saw that print when she was, helping me with my hamstrings and my quads. He said, I saw her peeping. She came in there, oh my God, what's going on? He was like, yeah, I thought that, wait a minute, hold on, boo. Because he got a little Barry White, for y'all old folk. I thought that, I would do a little something special for you. You know what I'm saying? Hey girl, what's your fantasy? At least I wanna take you here, sharing our love between these sheets. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, baby, baby. Camille was like, yes, kiss me. Oh, kiss me all over. Yeah. And over and over and over and over again. He was kissing and rubbing and everything. And Camille was like, mother. Mother, let's go ahead on and make it do what it do. Let me go back here and find out what's really going on. Camille said, I ain't even wash my ass. I don't even care, boo. We gonna make it's gonna be hot. I got a feeling it's gonna be hot. Honey, they went up in that back. Dr. P came and was like, how y'all doing? She said, girl, girl, Dr. P, bad. Thomas is black. He's a black man after all. He's a black man after all. He's a black man. She said, fuck his culture. How he grew up, he's a black man. Oh, yes. Girl, what the TC? Thomas is blackity black. Honey, let me tell you. Thomas put it down. Camille is grinning and smiling. I bet you that lingerie out now. They sat there and had a conversation about the love word, and Thomas got emotional and everything. You know, he was crying, you know, saying that he never felt, you know, worthy. Just have a seat, Maisie. Have a seat. Good girl. He said, you know, he felt like every time he tells somebody that he loved them, they're going to leave him. But he said, you know what? She brought me some earrings, so it's on. Honey, she was like, it's my treat. Whatever you want, baby. You can get whatever you like. You can get whatever you like. Thomas is black. Camille is convinced of that now. So we can move on. Last but not least, EmEm and Ikechi. Iki, ya, Mr. Icky. Thank you so much, K-Rob, for you already was a member for rejoining the membership. Hey, boo. Welcome back. Welcome back. K-Rob, you were in a membership before, right? I believe that you were, boo. Welcome back. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the chat. Hey, Tashana Russell. Tashana Russell's been a member for 27 months. She said, hey, family, sorry I'm late. I didn't want to miss a word. Couldn't wait for Auntie to read these jokers for film. I hope I'm doing a good job, Tashana. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much, Dom, for the $5 super chat. Auntie, I told you a few weeks ago we needed that thug loving like Bobby Brown said over there with Ja Rule. Okay. 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 I'm glad to have you back, boo. Hey. Hey, boo. Icky, ya. Now we see what he meant by aggressive. EmEm can't keep her hands to herself. Allegedly. Sis, did you really do that? sis, did you really do that? Did Icky Yicky Ya really do that? Let me do a damn poll. I need a poll. Y'all need a poll. So we open up the episode with Icky with EmEm. EmEm and her girlfriends and went to the crab shack. Hit the poll, y'all. They done went to the crab shack. They want to talk about what happened at downtown at the housewarming party. The cousin was like, "Girl," EmEm was like, "Child, that damn party was some bullshit, wasn't it?" Cuz she was like, "Oh my God, girl, let's talk about it." She was like, "I know you won't dead right because you had your stuff that you had going on." She said, "Well, honey, let me tell you something." Icky sat up there and said that EmEm is aggressive. The girlfriend was like, "Ooh, child. Mm, mm, mm. What? Bitch, you lying." Now I'm trying to process this. What's going on? Yeah, girl, he said that she aggressive. But everything that he was saying was just basically synonymous with being direct. Except for when she's grabbing him, kissing him, yanking him, and he's telling her to get off him. Now, I don't know if this is true. But we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt just like we would a woman. And if EmEm is doing this, she out of motherfucking order. She's out of order. And we saw a little bit of it. See, this is the thing. On the after show, he got bust out. When that came up, Madison said, "Wait a minute, hold the fuck up." So wait a minute, let me not skip ahead because I be skipping ahead. And I got a really, you said it, Nikki, not me. Let me see what y'all doing on the poll. Do you believe Icky? Out of 71 votes, 18% of y'all said yes, 82% of y'all said no. I'm going to leave the polls open for a little bit while. So they sitting there, they having a conversation. She said that she asked him a simple ass question. So we see her make this video, right, y'all? She made this video, based on her own webcam, her own phone. She said that her and Icky had went out to a restaurant. The two of them was chilling and having a little conversation, a little din. And she said that, she had asked him, during the conversation, so what did you do to prepare for this show? What did you do to prepare to get married? Basically, what did you do to prepare for this show? First of all, he moved. He packed up all his and he moved. That's what he did for the show, EmEm. He wrote a book that he could advertise Possibly. But people, I'm sure when they get it, they're going to rip that apart. I should order it so I can review it. I should order that motherfucker so I can review it. So she's sitting out there. She said he went off. He started talking loud, and she was like, "Look, people are starting to stare. They're starting to look. It's time for us to leave. You loud. You loud." She said he was loud to the extent that customers started looking, and she said, "Calm down. You are embarrassing me. We're loud in the restaurant, and it's time for us to get the check and leave." So they leave up out of the restaurant. Went on in that conversation to say that she has been trying to have these serious conversations with him, right? And that, he doesn't answer him. She said, even to the extent, she said he goes to bed at 9 o'clock. And she said that, they've been in conversations, or she's gotten home and she's wanted to have a conversation with her. And he said, it's too late. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for me to go to bed. So was like, okay, so do you like me or what? But see, here's the thing, You a grown woman with a good job, educated and everything. You can assess that for yourself. See, that don't expect somebody to do the work for you. Because if a person likes you, I don't care what they say out their mouth. Their actions speak louder than the words that they say. And when you get up to a grown age, you should be able to do that on yourself. Why in the whole hell does it take him to validate whether or not he likes you? He doesn't want to touch me. He doesn't want me to touch him. He said he doesn't know me. Let me back the fuck up. She said that he is in a mode of he wants to see if they will be together, but he doesn't see that they're already together. And that is what he's been communicating. I don't know her. I want to know her. Body and soul. Excuse me, y'all. You have no doubt inside of me. So they go and meet with Dr. Pia. And they're in there and they're having their conversation. She can't figure out what he's doing. He's back and forth. He's in and out. Hold on, y'all. See if that's my daughter. I got a missed call. That's not my daughter. I don't know what they hear. Hold on, y'all. That's not her because. Oh, no. That's not her. So they having a conversation with Dr. Pia, and they're jumping around the bush, and she's talking about the aggressive comment and, wanting to get to know him better and all of that kind of stuff. And so, he's waiting on his time. But when he came in there, he was like, I'm tired. I'm tired. Because when talked about the situation that happened at the restaurant, she said she wanted the experts to come in. She wanted to have a discussion because she was like, this ain't right. So they send Dr. Pia. So now they're having this conversation. He comes in and he's automatically on motherfucking 10. The thing about it is he isn't able to play possum like he thinks. You can tell his ass was on 10. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He comes in there. How you doing? I'm tired. She said, oh, okay, you tired? Yeah, I'm tired. So Dr. Pia, being the type of woman that I am, your tone and manner, the tone in which you use and the manner in which you talk to me makes a big difference on whether or not you're going to continue to talk to me. Because I'm going, excuse me, check you at the door. Don't talk to me in any kind of tone. So she was like, what's going on? So, MM says, she wanted to have it come. He said, I need to be fixed. Dr. Pia was like, let me tell you something. You and this sarcasm, this passive aggressive bullshit you pulling ain't going to work with me. Bring that down. We're going to sit up here and we're going to talk like grown people, or we're not going to talk at all. Yeah, you need to be fixed, motherfucker. That's why you didn't get picked in Houston. But what you're not going to do is come with the sarcasm and the bullshit. And you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. Fix your Oh, he got checked. And forever stay checked. She checked him in a very good way, and I would have checked him in a very good way too. You're going to stop it with this. I'm not, So begins to tell her little story and everything, and he could not wait to pull his script out. And he said, she said, so what is aggressive about her? He said, well, I had told MM that I wasn't going to talk about anything that we talked about during her most vulnerable state. So, M, is there anything that he cannot talk about? Matter of fact, I want to go back. Camille, honey, told Thomas that the sky's the limit. She don't have no limitations on what he can do to her. Anyway, I go back. MM said, no, let him go ahead and speak his speech. I'm good. He said, basically, she's aggressive as far as trying to get with me. I've told her multiple times I want to have sex with her. And she's still, pushing that, trying to push sex on me. And I told her I'm a Southern man. You motherfucker. You know how many Southern hoes they are? Most of them women down in the South, honey, can run circles around us being hoes. Us city girls. Because they got all kinds of cornfields and all kinds of nooks and cranny down there, honey. We ain't got nothing but big concrete, bitch. Some of them Southern women will run circles around us and teach courses on how to be a good hoe, a good freak, a dominatrix, if you will. Bitch, stop. And if you think them daggone Southern men ain't hoes, you crazy too. Because I know some. Bitch. Stop it with this south, northeast, southeast. Like, what? I ain't used to a Southern woman grabbing on me. Well, maybe you used to a Southern man doing it then. Is that what you're trying to say? Icky, icky, ya, 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 ya. You used to a Southern man? I'm asking for a friend, bitch. He said, I talked to her about it and I told her I don't know you. And I don't want to do nothing with you until I meet you. I learn about you and I know you mind, body, and soul. But you can't ask no fucking questions and you can't get to know me because I don't like you, EmEm. He said, I feel like I'm a piece of meat in the house. And EmEm was like, and I was like, read that motherfucker, embarrass him. EmEm, stand up for yourself. Stop making faces with them ugly eyelashes and talk. EmEm, is what he's saying is true? EmEm said, wait a minute, hold on. Because at this point, she's shaking. So when we was, first got married and we got on the honeymoon, we was on the honeymoon, he put my hand on his nether region. Not me. I didn't initiate it. He did. We saw him downtown in Mexico in the swimming pool with her legs all wrapped around him. And he was acting like it was good to go. But it was all fake and a facade. Because he never took her nowhere, never did nothing with her. They sat in there and read books, bitch. EmEm had that honey part, that honey thing. Y'all remember? And she was sucking up on that and she grabbed up on it. He cried for his mother in a joking way. He should have nipped that in the bud right there. But no, he playing to the cameras. He playing to the cameras. He never liked EmEm. Do I believe that EmEm overstepped her bounds? You goddamn Skippy, I do. You know why? Because EmEm never denied it. Instead, she apologized and she said, I hear you now. It took this motherfucker to get out here on national television in front of a damn therapist, EmEm, for you to understand that he don't want you to touch him. When he asked you to touch him in the nether regions, that was way back in the day. He's had a chance to be with you and he doesn't like you. He's a southern man. And there are men who do not like women who are sexually aggressive. I'm sorry. There are men who want to be the pursuer. Most men are. Men hunt. And EmEm is living off of Instagram. My man, my man, my man, my man. She said, when he told me, when I went to go and touch him, and he told me that he didn't want me to touch him, I asked him why. Then she cleaned it up. I mean, why? I was just curious about it. But when she said, I asked him why, I see your slip is showing, EmEm. EmEm. As much as I can't stand that mother. As much as I can't stand him. I don't believe it's to the extent that he said it because he backpedaled and pussy popped off of it. But EmEm, a no is a no. A no is a no. And if he tells you no, EmEm is no. It's not a I'll think about it. It's not a why. Because if you told a man why, and you feel like you are what was the word he said, violating someone, if you felt like a man was violating your consent and you said no, it's no. We can't change the rules to fit you because you're a woman. Let me sit back because I know y'all bitches is throwing stuff at me. I know y'all throwing I think that one hit me down in the jaw. But the truth is the truth. And this month is out here spraying her tea. Dr. Pierce said, so are you saying, she was like, wait a minute, let me make, wait a minute, I'm trying to gather all of this in. I'm trying to gather this. Um, so you saying that she's violating your consent? He said, yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's what I said. Then when they come back and she goes to recalling what happened at the honeymoon, he said, I wrote it down. She said, Dr. Pierce said, she is denying your no. He said, that's not what I'm saying. So you want, so then what are you saying? Because you just said before the commercial break that that's what you're saying. And then she said, when Dr. Pierce said, is she denying your no? He said, that is not what I said. He said, I'm talking about the grabbing of me when I come in the house and the kissing my husband and my this and my that. Motherfucker, you just sat up here and made a whole statement for which EmEm did not deny. But what EmEm did was she qualified it. She qualified it. She said, I see that me being myself is too much for you. It's too much. And I apologize. I hear you. I hear you, man. I wouldn't have ever gone back into that apartment with him. I wouldn't have ever sat there with Dr. P and said, I want to work this out with him, because you can't go no lower than that. Ain't else you going to be able to say to me. It's a done deal with us. And before you ruin my reputation and possibly ruin my career and put a daggone charge or something on me that I can't get off of me, I don't never want to see your ass again. Right here, production or whatever, this is it. Charge me the 50,000. I don't care. But there's no way in the world I'm gonna be with this mother. No way. This it. Cause this is below the bar. Because if this was a man doing this to a woman, they would have separated them out the house. And stuff like this, why I don't believe Ikechi, Iki, ya, 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 ya. Stuff like this does happen to men. And the world ignores it most of the time. But he backed off of it after he said that's what I was saying. And then when he went on an after show, Madison said, wait a minute. Y'all was all on top of each other. We saw it in the pool. But we also heard him call her a homie. She's the homie. And when he called her the homie at the table, and she said, wait a minute, you called me the homie? She should have known then there's no romantic feelings for us. Because no man that finds me attractive, sexually attractive, is going to ever think of me as the homie. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. He don't like him. And quite frankly, I was embarrassed for her. Because you're not going to sit on national television and say you feel like you just meet in the house. But that's what he meant by aggressive. Why didn't he just say that to the cousin instead of feeding the cousin all of that bullshit? And that's the problem with it. You can't believe anything that Itchy Kitty Ya 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 says because his stories are inconsistent and his justifications are off. But trust me and believe me, EmEm should have denied it, and she didn't. You cannot let somebody sit in your face and make such egregious accusations, and you don't say, "Motherfucker, you sitting here on national television like they." I would have flipped the table enough for them to be able to capture the footage. My reaction would have been so exaggerating because certain things they cut out and it'll never come to the screen. I would have acted such a goddamn fool that they would have had to keep it in for the drama. Yep. And then when he called you the homie, it was over. I have friends who are homies. I would never think about sleeping with them. And they consider me the homie and they would never consider sleeping with me. Once you at homie status, it's a done deal. Ain't no going back. They say they still want to stay together. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. So I'm going to end the poll at 122 votes. Thank you so much, y'all, for voting. Let me go to the results. Do you believe Icky? 81% of y'all said no. 18% of y'all said yes. Out of 122 votes, that is the read. The majority of you, well over the majority, at 81%, said they don't believe Icky, and neither do I. I don't believe Icky. And the reason why I don't because he backpedaled. He backpedaled and said that's not what he meant. He just meant her hugging on him. Motherfucker then don't make an accusations like that. So based on that, I can't believe him. I can't believe that what he said was true. But I also can't believe that EmEm allowed him to put that out there in the universe. I would not have allowed that to go in the universe, and I would not have ever saw him again. And they would have just had to sue me. I'm done. Because how do you recover from this? And then he shows up at her fucking job. And she introduces him as her husband. I said, bitch, I'm done with EmEm. EmEm's stupid. She's stupid. He can't, what the fuck are you doing on my job? Why are you here? If you don't leave, I'm going to call a popo. Or you're going to fuck around and find a needle in your eye, bitch. If I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I will rate this episode a 4. And y'all know why I will rate it a 4? Because Thomas is black. Thomas is black. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much to Dom Dom for the $5 super chat and to Shauna Russell for being a member. Oh, I see to K Rob for coming back to the membership. Thank you so much, Gil Cooper, for the $9.99 super chat, Auntie. Auntie, he thinks he's accused her of doing was close to criminal. Auntie, I would have snapped. They would have paid me to leave. Gail, you ain't never lied. I would have went off so bad. Y'all would have been so happy I was on the show. Gail, let me tell this story, honey. I'm telling you. I probably would have called me a case. Absolutely, what he did, what he accused her of, was close to criminal. And that's why Pia used the words that she used and said, you know what? Let me make sure I understand that you saying what I think you saying. And he said, that's what I said. But then you come back and say that ain't what you said. And you're right. He could say something like that, Gail, and say and try to sue them for it. Sue the production company. He's dangerous. He's dangerous, in my opinion. He's very dangerous with his words. And he's a wordsmith because he wrote a book. So he know what the fuck they mean. He ain't stupid, in my opinion. He just dumb. I'm gonna have to take this out, baby. I'm gonna have to take this out, okay? Because even just the thing you put in the middle of it is going get me flagged. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a great evening, and we will see tomorrow. We will have a conversation tomorrow. Don't forget that at 8 o'clock p.m. we will be doing at 8 o'clock p.m. we will be doing our live chat and watch party of Love After Lockup if it's coming on tomorrow. But I do want to talk about Karen Huger and I want to talk about Peter Thomas. For those of you all who have been with me for a long time, y'all know that those are shows that I used to cover. I used to cover the Housewives, believe it or not. But I stopped, and but I do want to talk about the Karen Huger. I was going to do it tonight, but I've got a couple of phone calls that have come in that I've had to send to the voicemail, and so I need to make these calls, and I don't know when I'm gonna get off of them. But I love you all. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. Let me know in the replay game what you think. And then if you don't have your notifications on, please make sure you turn your notifications. Check it, matter of fact. Make sure that thumb changes colors, right? Because the notification bell will change colors when you have your notifications turned on properly. I love you all so much. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.